Now, vertical scan at the beginning of these answer choices reveals a split among the in despite, in spite, and the whereas. Now, the non-underlined portion reads that these magazines began to report a certain kind of people in their articles, and the underlined portion starts with in despite of the fact. Now, this construction is totally unidiomatic because it should have been either in spite of the fact or despite the fact. So this is like a mix of both of these things. This construction does not work, A goes off. Now this construction in B can work, in spite of the fact. Now what can strike as odd in B is the mention of the previously here. The previously is an adverb. And after the adverbs comes the that clause. The that clause is a construction which looks like this. For example, he said that he was sick. So after this word that, we introduce a clause. So this particular construction becomes a that clause. Similarly, there is a that clause present here. If you look at the logic of the that clause, we're trying to say that the publications featured people in business, and this was something that happened previously. So this adverb should not be put outside the that clause, but rather inside the that clause, because this previously should be modifying the verb featured inside the that clause, because that is the action that's happened before. That previously the magazine featured people in business. So the placement of previously outside the that clause is erroneous. B goes off. Now we see that in C and D we have those individuals. We have the pronoun those. This is usually used to refer back to something that is already mentioned in a sentence. That means it's supposed to refer back to a noun that's already there in the sentence. For example, we can say there are some guys in the other room those guys are loud. So if you put it like this, the those pronoun would be a direct reference to these guys already mentioned in the sentence. But you see, according to the logic of the sentence, we're talking about the individuals in business that were featured previously in the articles, and we don't see those individuals being specifically mentioned in that sentence anywhere prior to these pronouns. So C and D go because of these missing antecedents case. So this brings us to the right answer choice, E for echo, because E does not have the pronoun those but just mentions the noun individuals, and this would just mean that the magazine previously featured another group of individuals in business. So E works.